Alright, game 3 here. This is the only mixed expansion choice that we have as players, so the tournament organizers opted to put guilds and cornucopia together, presumably because they are small expansions. Anyways, looking at the board, um, there's remake, so you could probably just open that instead of young witch and not worry about the young witch too much. Remake seems quite good, seems better than Doctor for trashing, really. There's King Stonemason on the board. King of Piles. Stonemason is an incredible card. Brilliant. For payload, you could hit them a lot with Jester. And I mean, that's about it, right? The Young Witch doesn't do much. It could help to trigger Menagerie, but outside of that, I mean, they're gonna get rid of the curse so easily. It's not worth it, almost. You could think about Harvest for payload, maybe. But, because But to me, I want a lot of heralds in my deck, because that's where you get actions from the heralds, drawing into nice things. So I am going to open with the remake and a silver here. Silver for hopefully future stonemason overpays, whereas my opponent goes silver and pushes the coin token for a jester. So I react to this jester here by pushing a coin token of my own and picking up a second remake. I was initially holding back that coin token to maybe get a big stonemason overpay like this one here, what you have on your screen. And but instead, I reacted to Jester and went for a second remake instead. So my opponent now gets the remake and a herald here of the stonemason overpay. I pick up another silver here. The reason, again, is for the stonemason overpay. You need a little bit of money to be able to pay more to get what you want. His Jester comes out and junks me, which ain't pretty. Here I do have a lot of money, but I have the remake with it, so I opt to thin a little bit and just get one Herald, and Candlestick Maker for my opponent is the only source of plus buy, so you want at least one, just have it there. You will probably put a Menagerie in your deck at some point too, so having the Candlestick Maker for that reason is not at all terrible. My opponent adds a couple Menageries there. You trashing 2 estates to remake, of course. So here I get rid of my second remake for Jester, and I trash a silver into a herald and pick up a Menagerie. Not. I mean, I thought that was the best thing to do with that hand. Maybe I should not have removed the second remake so quickly. And yeah, another stonemason overpay for my opponent here. Where's my stonemason overpays? I want one too, please. Instead I get purple and green. Sad days. They go for a couple menageries. I thought they would have gone for Herald there on 6. Because it's your source of plus action on the board, right? And it'll draw for you too. So I thought that would have been a couple Heralds, instead a couple menageries, which come out here and draw a lot of cards. My opponent also overpaid for a big Doctor on turn 3 or 4 or something and trashed quite a bit of cards with that. So that was a big boost. Nice acceleration there for my opponent. So here, my opponent is having all the fun in this game, getting to do all sorts of nice things here, chopping this remake to a stonemason for a pair of menageries, and is promptly gonna buy back a stonemason here, I believe, to pick up to, what is this, 4 costs now? These are the heralds at this point. No, Jester and Baker alongside the stonemason. So here, this menagerie doesn't trigger, which ain't good. I'll take the silver, even though it isn't great. I mean, it isn't great for Menagerie, it isn't great for the deck really, but I need some money. I want to overpay for Stonemason, please. Please, game. I want a Stonemason in my deck. Can I have one? So here, my opponent chops a Jester into 2 Heralds, and I believe he'll chop another Jester into 2 more Heralds to finish that pile out. So he has all the gaining potential in this game, right? It's a lot funner to play with his deck than it is mine. So down go the Heralds. Out comes another stonemason for a pair of 5 costs, which are Jester and Jester. And yeah, I don't see any of my heralds. I get a menagerie here. Piles are looking real thin, which is what happens when the king is on the board. King stonemason. Here I considered buying a stonemason just to have a stonemason in my deck for gaining purposes, for some endgame control. If by some weird twist of fate he, I don't know, draws Doctor, Stonemason, Candlestick Maker, Jester, and I have a decent turn, maybe I could snipe a win on piles because I have a points advantage at the moment. Well, I had one. My opponent cut a silver down into 2 estates, so now we're tied on points. Uh, Maybe there was a win for him on this turn. I mean, I'm not seeing his deck, so I don't know, but maybe there was. With the stonemason trashing plus the stonemason overpay plus you have a lot of money and plus buys. So Jester comes out and junks me, which isn't the worst thing ever. Most importantly, he gets a copper off the top of my deck, and hopefully I could have a good turn here. I have 3 heralds in hand, so this should be something for me here. Something in the face of all this menagerie and herald and Jester action has been going on the opposite side of the board here. So here I believe my opponent plays Jester. I think the other terminal they're considering is the remake. No, they've trashed their remake, so I don't know. Maybe he's thinking about how to end the game. So 8 here, and I believe they go for the province here, which is that's a good play. It's very safe, and yeah, I can't get province and points and piles at the same time. Jester turns up a menagerie, so now 2 piles are empty, and stonemason is here. Stonemason is here, and will finish the game quite prompt. I pick up a duchy in the hopes that he stalls. He's not stalling. And the king comes out and finishes the game. So really quick game here, because that's what stonemason does. Excellent exhibition once again of stonemason's powers. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in game 4.